Okay, this is lesson 5.7, coordinate proofs. Number 1, I'm going to draw a coordinate plane, the x-axis and the y-axis. And I'm going to draw a rectangle in quadrant 1. I'm going to put that there's right angles and a right angle. I'm going to label that this is 0, Q, and this is K, O, and this is blank, 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 blank. Okay, can everyone see, or can you tell me what the length is here from this endpoint to this endpoint? What is that length in terms of a letter? What is that length? Anybody tell me? It has a length of
90.
K. It's a length of K because the point is K0, which means from the origin I went out K units and stayed. I didn't go up or down. K units. So what's the length of this top segment up here? Is it also going to be K? The length, not the height, the length from here to here. Is it going to be the same as this length right here because they are congruent?
Yes.
Yes. So K and K. What's the height here? How high up did I go? Q. What's the height here? Q. Okay, so from the origin I went up Q, that's 0 Q. From the origin I went right K, that's K0. This point right here is the origin. That's pretty easy. What is it? 0, 0. Now this point I go right K and up Q. What is this point right here? K, Q. Do you guys see how we get that?
I see.
Okay, number 2. Oh, before we get to number 2, up here we're going to find the midpoint. Find the midpoint of the diagonals. Do you agree diagonals go and connect opposite angles? Yes? Okay, so I'm going to find the midpoint of these 2 points and the midpoint of these 2 points. Okay, so 0Q and K0. And then I'm going to do it again for 0, 0 and KQ. 0Q and K0, that's one diagonal. 0, 0 and KQ, that's another diagonal. Does everybody see that? The points I'm connecting. Diagonal, diagonal. Okay, does anybody remember the midpoint formula? It was a big ordered pair, and it had fractions here and a fraction here, and we divided by 2. Does anybody remember what was at the top? Good job. X1 plus X2 was the only one that had the plus, and Y1 plus Y2. Okay, so you're going to add your X's together, and then you're going to add your Y's together. Everybody's writing this down. What's 0 plus K? Can I write that down? 0 plus K. K, correct, comma, and then Y1 and Y2 is Q plus what? Q plus what? 0. Okay, now one of you just told me a second ago, what's 0 plus K?
K.
So it's K over 2, comma, bless you, what's Q plus 0? Q over 2. There's my midpoint for this diagonal right here. Okay. Alvin, I'm going to do the best you can, okay? Okay. Next one we're going to do the same thing. I'm not going to write the formula down because I already have it down. So it's 0 plus what? Over 2, comma, 0 plus what? Q over 2. 0 plus K is just what? K over 2, and 0 plus Q is just Q over 2. Those are my midpoints. Did they come out to be exactly the same?
Yeah.
Why is that? Because in a parallelogram, what do diagonals do to each other? Bisect means they cut each other right in half. So if they cut each other in half, should the midpoints come out to be the same? Okay. Number 2. This time I'm going to draw my rectangle in quadrant 4. You guys okay?
Wait,
Yes.
you got the same answer for both?
They should come out to be the same. The reason is diagonals on a parallelogram bisect each other, meaning they cut each other in half. And even more so in a rectangle, diagonals are congruent anyway. So when they bisect each other, that means the midpoint should come out to be the same. The middle of this diagonal should be the same as the middle of this diagonal because they intersect each other. They meet at the midpoints. So they should come out to be the same. Okay? All right. So this one, I'm going to label this point right here A0. I'm going to label this point over here 0, negative R.
That's an A right here.
A0 and 0, negative R. Everybody have it?
That's a negative one?
That there is a negative R. Why is that a negative R?
Because it's on the negative part.
It is. It's going downward from the origin, and anything going down is negative. Okay, what is this point right here? Does everyone see that it's 0, 0? It's the origin. 0, 0. Okay, this point, I go right a certain length and down a certain length. Can anybody tell me how far to the right am I going? And how far down are we going? Okay, so what's the x value going to be here?
A negative R.
And the y value negative r. Good job. A negative r.
That's easy.
Do you see that? All right, let's find the midpoint of the diagonals. Find the midpoint of the diagonals. Okay. Let's go this way first. So these are the two ordered pairs I'm going to use. 0, negative R, and A0. What do I do with the x values? Add or subtract? Add. A plus 0, cut it in half. Negative R plus 0, cut it in half. What's A plus 0? A. And A cut in half is A over 2. What's negative R plus 0?
Negative R.
And negative R cut in half is negative R over 2. Okay, what's the next set of ordered pairs if I'm going to use this diagonal next?
What?
My next ordered pairs for this set of diagonal
0, 0,
and
A negative R.
A negative R. Okay, do the same things right now on your own. X plus X, cut it in half. Y plus Y, cut it in half. All right, I have 0 plus A. What's 0 plus A? And a cut in half is a over 2. What's 0 plus negative r?
Negative R.
Negative r, and then over 2. And did they come out to be the same?
Yeah.
Should they come out to be the same?
Yeah.
Yes, because diagonals do what to each other? Starts at the B. Bisect means they meet at the midpoints. The midpoints should be the same. Okay, number 3. Okay, I'm going to draw this rectangle kind of split. Okay. This point here is negative B0. And this point here is B negative H. All right. How far left did I go? According to this point, how far left did I go? I went to the left B, right? Okay, according to this point, how far to the right did I go? B, and down how far? Everyone see that this, to get to this point, I went right B and down H, according to this point right here. That tells us that. Do you agree? If this tells me I go right B and down H, Jason, can you tell me what this point would be right here? If I went right B and down H to get to this point, what would this point be? B, comma, and I don't go up or down, so it is 0. Do you see that? Right B, and I don't go up or down because it's on the x-axis, so it's B 0. Does that make sense? Okay. Ike, can you tell me what this point would be right here? Perfect. Negative B, negative H. Do you guys see how he got that? Where did he get the negative B from? Does that
Negative B right there.
right there tells me to go left B, and how did he know to go down H? Because right there it tells us to go down H. Does that make sense? Put your phones away. Make sure you're paying attention. Does that make sense? Okay.
Hold up.
Yes.
Is that Y-line? That's supposed to be like,
Is it what?
supposed to be like down the middle?
Yes. I know mine's not drawn the nicest,
That's fine.
but yeah, it's supposed to go right down the middle.
It doesn't on mine either.
Yo.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. All right. Shh, gentlemen.
I'm losing oxygen.
Find the midpoint of the diagonals. Okay, let's do this one first. What ordered pairs am I going to use? I'm going to point to this one, negative B, negative H. And what's the other one we're going to use? B0. Add your x's, cut them in half. Add your y's, cut them in half. All right, I'm going to call on Isaac.
Okay, I got you though.
Okay, so tell me what to add together for the x's.
Negative B.
Good,
B.
good. Divide by 2, and then for the y's?
Negative A plus 0.
Good. All right, what is negative b
You
plus
forgot
b?
the plus on
Oh, I put a comma. Thank you. What's negative b plus b? Yes.
0?
0 is correct. And 0 divided by 2 is still,
Impossible.
you're thinking of 2 over 0. 2 over 0 is divided by 2 is
Just 2?
0,
Oh.
right? Okay, negative h plus 0 is h or negative h? And negative h over 2 stays negative h over
those.
2. All right, now I'm going to do this diagonal here. what do I have as my ordered pairs? I'm pointing to this one first. Negative b, 0. What's the other ordered pair? B, negative h. Do you guys see that these are the two ordered pairs I'm using now for my diagonals? Add your x's, cut in half. Add your y's, cut it in half. Okay, do that now. Michael, what do you get for the x's when you do negative b plus b?
0.
Good. And 0 divided by 2 is 0. And Dante, what do you get when you add the y's? What's 0 plus negative h?
Negative.
And negative h divided by 2 is still negative h over 2. Do you agree? And did they come out to be the same?
Yes.
Yes. All right, questions before we move on.
Is this the whole lesson?
We have one more to do.
Another lesson?
No. One more problem. Okay, number 4. 4 is a little trickier, so you want to make sure that you're paying attention to every little step.
How come we're doing 5 plus 7 before 5 plus 5, 5 plus 6?
5.5 we skipped, and we're coming back to it because it was a review. And 5, 6 we kind of did in class the other day, but it is also kind of review, so I saved them for tomorrow since they're both kind of review.
That's a rhombus.
It is a parallelogram.
Oh.
Okay. AB. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a lot going on here, so I need everybody paying attention. First off, according to this point right here, I'm going to draw a little dotted line down here, and I'm going to draw a dotted line right above there so you can see it. Can you see my two dotted lines? Okay, according to this point, what is the length of this dotted line right here? How far to the right did I go? A units. How far up did I go? Does everyone agree that I went right A, up B to get to that point right there? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to draw another one right here and here. Because it is a parallelogram, it's going to be the same. So what's the length of this piece right here? A. And what's the height here? How far up did we go? B. Okay, what here is the B, the X or the Y value? Up is the Y value, that is B. Do you guys agree? I don't know how far right I'm going, but I know I'm going up B. Yes or no? Okay. According to this piece right here, what is the length of this segment here? I went from 0 over K. What is the length of this segment right here? K. Okay. Does everybody see that this piece just right here is K? Because I went over K up 0. Yes or no? Okay. If this is K and this is A, what is this ordered pair here? K plus A. Or A plus K, however you want to write it. A plus the K, A plus K. For that ordered pair there, I went over the K units and then A more because we know that length here is the same. A plus K. I know it's a little tricky. Okay, let's find the diagonals. Let's do this one. Oh, we need this ordered pair first. What is this ordered pair?
0, 0.
0, 0. So for this diagonal here, I'm going to use 0, 0, and what other ordered pair? A plus K, comma, B. Let's add the x's together. What do I have? 0 plus, what's the x value here? A plus K, and then divide the whole thing by 2. And then 0 plus what?
K.
0 plus B divide by 2. What's 0 plus A plus K? A plus K. Divide by 2. And 0 plus B is just B. Divide by 2. All right. Other diagonal, that's this one here. Now these diagonals are not congruent to each other, but should they still bisect each other? Should they still cut each other in half?
Yeah.
Okay, so what ordered pair? I'm pointing to this one first. Which one is that one up there? AB, and what's the other one? K0. All right, add your x's, divide by 2. Add your y's, divide by 2. Add your x's, divide by 2. Add your y's, divide by 2. What's A plus K? Can I combine those and call them AK? No, it's A plus K, divide by 2. What's B plus 0?
B.
Just B. So I have A plus K over 2 and then B over 2. Did it come out to be the same?
Yeah.
Yes. Questions?
Uh,
Yes.
Okay, it feels like it shouldn't have come out to be the same somehow, but it did.
They should, because all parallelograms, diagonals bisect each other. They don't have to be equal to each other. This length is not the same as this length, but because they bisect each other, their midpoint should always be the same. These two are congruent, these two are congruent, which means they intersect at each other's midpoints.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Makes sense.
Good. Any other questions? Yes.
Would that same thing happen with other shapes or just parallelograms?
Parallelograms.